What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Welcome back. For some of you, you're surprised to see me. I know. I'm alive. The girl that lived. That's me. My life force is going to become very unstable in the next 24 hours with this full moon. Just a fair warning. Should happen to every creature under the planet, but you guys seem to be inhuman. Just kidding. What's up, what's up? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. High Priestess, what does that mean? I teach you about God. In a spiritual form, what does that mean? I teach you about the Holy Spirit. I use the word energy to describe that the Holy Spirit is everywhere and in everything and how it's working in our lives. And I use ancient teachings that you call witchcraft. So, that's what I am. That's what I do. I came out earlier today and I did a reading. It was a part 2 of another reading. The way my readings work is, in order to keep up, you're going to have to go back and catch another video. It's not a gimmick. It's just the way it works because the energy is ever flowing. The story is always unfolding. Nothing is ever stagnant. So, there's going to be lots of references in this talking about my last reading. And then it'll reference you to another one and another one. It's a labyrinth. So, welcome to Pan's Labyrinth. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Okay, so, with that being said, the card that I pulled in my earlier reading is still here. I was guided not to take it down. And I knew afterwards why. 3 readings before that, I did the 10-day forecast. Right? And during the 10-day forecast, we get Egyptian energy, Krishna energy, and Odin energy. I shuffled the cards, and the card that came out was Niflheim, saying the gates of hell. I was like, oh, you guys are in hell again. And I was not denied that you were in hell. Okay. Well, let's talk about the hell that you're in, that I know you to be in. And what you're perceiving as your own hell, it's all the same. Okay. So, I am the original divine feminine energy created by God. Gone bad. Bad girls, what you gonna do, dude? I'm from biblical stories. Genesis 1. God created Adam and Lilith of the dust. And that dusted that boy. It was all deuces. Fled into the freaking... Came down to sex. You wonder why sex is such a huge issue in my stories. Came down to sex. I was not going to submit. He believed that he should be on top because he is man. I'm like, hold up, swole up. That's not how this works. And since he wouldn't fucking bow down, and I wouldn't bow down, I took off. Sounds like a feminine energy, right? And I started to fight with God and the cosmos because he didn't want to fucking see us as equal. So anyways, he throws a fit with God. God makes him Eve, and I'm just pissed off. You've taken my bird and my bush. I'm going to be mean in the cosmos. So that was me. Lots of stories of me throughout history. Different versions of me. So Lilith and Kelly. Lots of different versions. Isis, Bridge, Medusa. Many different goddess forms. Came back in many different lives, many different forms. Not always dark. Not always dark. But the darkness is my natural form. Scorned heart. Anyways, so during these times, the end times, as they call it, it's the end of man, right? The fall of man. What does that mean? The fall of the flesh. You start walking in the spirit and not of the flesh. You start walking in your heart, which, in fact, is your divine feminine energy. Where's your heart? You ain't got no heart? Nah, dude. You be looking at people like they're heartless. How did you become so heartless? We're going to find out. So anyways, all people are awakening, and their heart is waking up. So now they're having these psychotic breakdowns, emotional breakdowns that's causing the new plague is, mental diseases are going across. Why? Because they've been programmed to hold down their emotions, and their emotions are a map to their mind, and they need to reprogram their mind. The fall of man is literally the mind, the ego. It falls victim to the heart and what the heart wants. And if you know anything about how your heart works, what the heart wants, and the mind can't stop it. So that's what that means. So I'm here incarnated to teach you how to get through the dark side of your heart. Because right now, the first thing that pumps is you got to go through the dark side of your heart to get to the light side of it. Okay? Your heart has been hardened. Now, I found this great book along the way. Reclaim Your Dark Goddess. The Alchemy of Transformation by Flavia Kate Peters. Okay? This describes the gates of hell. This describes the ascension path. There's many books that do it. I can show you in another book. The Science of Reincarnation, or the Science of Self-Realization, or Enlightenment. There's lots of different studies on what this is called, but I learned it through this book. Now, there's stages of going through your heart, and it's the stories of your heart. And they identify with a dark goddess that's already been here and done that before. Her story lies deep within your heart. You are an expression of her, and she lies within your heart, dormant, in your own human experiences. I can tell you a story about this goddess, and you're going to know that this is your story. Beautiful, right? Well, the thing is we're supposed to learn from how they overcame and how they didn't overcome. Okay? Now, when I said that you were at the gates of hell, as I turned straight to it, you are here with the goddess Hell. She's a goddess. And as you see, she has two faces. Do you see why I'm here with you? Okay, so I pulled out my Kali side. My Kali spoke about the light and the dark and how you have to be able to balance your light and your dark side. You have to be able to be dark when you need to be dark. You have to be light when you need to be light. Now let's talk about where you are when you're not able to accept your darkness. Concealed with a personal hell, isolation hides you well. Reach within for secrets hidden, denying all that's not forbidden. She comes from Norse pantheon. Okay? Now, how I'm related, I was not the incarnation of hell, but another version, which would be Mama Bridge. Okay? Symbols to her are dogs, wolves, black and white, rotting fruit, the Hagalaz rune, and evergreens. Okay? And I believe I heard that someone speak about the evergreens in their videos. Okay, themes are dark magic, compassion, death, reincarnation, rule, denial, secrecy, necromancy. The lessons that you're learning right now in your heart is acceptance, honor, and patience. Okay? Crystals that can help you during this time are black agate, obsidian, jet, and onyx. Herbs, flowers, and oils are the myrrh, M-Y-R-R-H. I don't know how to pronounce it perfectly. The moon phases that this typically happens is during the dark and the noon moon phases. It also typically is a spring of Samhain, which is spring and winter, or Samhain. The tree is the elder tree, and this kind of shit happens every Saturday. So you're already in your Saturns. I'm going to jump in without telling you her full story of how she's just there. We're going to start with reasons for working. No. Enigmas of secrets and hiding behind a mask. I feel like we read this last time, guys. Preparing for hell. Why are you in this stage right now? Well, you could have subconsciously, meaning your soul, called this stage upon you for the truth to be revealed, so that you could be discovered, so that you could clean up your act, so that you could be honest with everyone, so that you could be your authentic self, and a hunger for the spiritual truth. You may have unwittingly, meaning you just invoked this spirit, when she heard you express fears about going to hell, fearing death itself, crying out for death, retreating from the world, denying the truth, running away to hide, fearing the truth, pointing your fingers at other people or blaming them for your situation, harboring secrets, deceiving others, sitting alone amongst gravestones, being someone you're not, covering your tracks, telling deliberate, barefaced lies, hiding the real you behind glamour, going hungry, refusing to believe in the afterlife, honoring and connecting with the deceased, naming your household furniture. You turn to her when you're ready to face up to the truth and to own up, to admit to your addictions and clean up your act on all levels, for an ending of sorts, to face fear of death and the endings of such as a relationship, to understand and embrace death, for comfort of the lost and the dearly departed loved ones, and to commune with the ancestors. Okay. Exercise and rituals. This is what I want to teach you right now. Journal work. Reflection to reveal that which is hidden. Do you have a secret that you wish to remain hidden? Perhaps there's a truth that you dare not share with others. What is it that you fear being discovered? Maybe you're scared of being ridiculed. Are there skeletons in your closet? And what would be revealed if they were found out? What are you hiding, and who are you hiding them from, and why? Take time to look at this situation. Allow any feelings to arise and record these and your thoughts in your journal as you take steps to take ownership of that which you are concealing. Embarrassing moments that are too awful to speak about are good reasons for hiding. As too are dark memories so awful that you prefer not to talk or even think of them. From one night stands to betraying your best friend, to drunkenness or violence, the shame will cause you to hide within the velvet tomb of darkness and keep your murky secrets to yourself. You become a secretary, a word that actually means keeper of secrets. So what did I reveal? What did I find in there? In the own pits of my hell, I found that as much as I didn't want to be on the outside, I gained so much power being on the outside. Going in reference to my twin flame, I just couldn't stand that I had to be a third party to this situation. But when I got into the pits of all of this, I realized that it brought me joy. It brought me joy to have that power over him and his wife. And I've had that since the beginning. And I was embarrassed. So that's why I was able to keep doing it. There's videos of me crying, please, God, why am I in love with a married man? Anything but a married man, God. Please help me make this go away. I was starting to lose my mind, trying to make it go away. And God sent me another twin flame that told me I had to just feel it. He set me free by letting me know that it's okay to love. And then I tried to love him and he ran away. True story. Anyways, but in that sense, I didn't want to be that girl. Why? Because I despised those women. Those women came into my marriages. I didn't want to be that woman. But then when I was that woman, I realized the power that I had over them. And it made me feel powerful. In my weakest place of embarrassment and humiliation and shame. I'm so ashamed to be here. I'm embarrassed to be this girl. I'm embarrassed and humiliated to be on the side talking to you when I know you're married. I'm so humiliated by these feelings. But when I put myself in that place of humiliation, I realized how powerful I felt about it. Because you know what? It's hard to say. It's the truth. It's like, I didn't have to be in that position to realize that I had that power. But I did have to go there to see it. I always had that power over any man or woman. You know what I mean? Truthfully. I have the power to make your woman question her sexuality. It just happens. I have a sexual magnetism that just happens. But after coming out of my divorces and being completely debilitated and having no self-worth or self-confidence or no understanding of self. You know what I mean? That was important to remind me, because as sick as this sounds, and it sounds sick, but it's true. I saw this guy, and he was really beautiful, and I was really attracted to him. But I saw this guy pulling out girls that I'm like, dang it, bro. I'm not any of those girls. I was insecure about who I was, and I thought he was getting better women than me. And I kept seeing him pull these unbelievable women. Women that I looked up to, in my career even. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, he's sleeping with her? Like, no way. Right? crazy. Nah, it wasn't. Because, you know, Steve ended up sleeping with her. I caught it on the camera. He knows the story. I'm not talking about it. Anyways. But anyways, I see him as like, you know, this, he can have any woman he wants, but he wants me. Right? So then I'm like, well, this is empowering. Okay, well, if you're going to have me, then I'm going to blow your mind. And I do. And he can't never forget me. And now I've become more powerful than the women that he's been pulling. And it rebuilds me. I had to go to a really ugly place to get rebuilt, bro. Like, that's very shameful to say. This is all shameful, disgusting, humiliating, embarrassing. You don't want nobody to know that you were ever that girl. That you ever was that girl. But I was. Why was I? Because at that time, it seemed okay. I wanted to get close. That's what it is. Friends with benefits. We want a connection, but we don't want a full commitment. So you accept the situation as it is. You are talking to people. I'm talking to people. Was I really? No, not at all. I'm talking to myself. At this point, I'm pretty crazy is what I figure out later. Probably best off that none of this worked because he didn't need a crazy girl. Yeah, he had enough going on in his life. But anyways, I don't know. I can't even tell you how crazy I was then. He'd have to tell me who he spent time with. What was I like? What did I talk to you about? Who was I? I wasn't there. Anyways, going back to it, so it was a very negative situation that I normalized, but in that filth is where I was able to find my power to rebuild myself from scratch. Do you know what I mean? So I felt that again when I spoke with him. I felt it again. He reminded me. And he was very clear. He's very obvious about it. I can't imagine if his wife asked him. He's very obvious that I can't with you. I just can't. I just can't with you. Like, I just want to fucking destroy you, like, completely. And I'm like, well, that's nice. That's nice. Like, you know, it feels good to hear someone tell you all the things that they want to do, how much they can't control themselves about you. It makes you feel really good about yourself. And again, I had to go to a dark, you know, disgraceful place to feel good about myself. I should be ashamed of it, and I was. I'm like, damn, dude, you sunk down real low. What the fuck were you doing in his DMs? When I heard that he walked into the house, and his wife was there, and his kids, and I'm like, oh my God, you just brought me home. It's like, all right, let's test this. Let's see how much respect you have for her and how much love you have for me. That's not a good thing to do. But I needed that. I needed to know that you love me. I needed to know that everything that you were denying and I was denying was true. How we felt about each other was true. I had to go to a really fucking terrible place that I shouldn't be telling people about this. Don't tell nobody what you've been doing. And I couldn't explain it. You know, I know what it looked like. Am I karmicking? Yeah, bro, I'm going straight in there, bro. But this time's going to be different. It was different. I learned this time. I learned what was happening when I was with him. I learned what I liked and what I didn't like and what our relationship was based on and what we had fun, what we would talk about and stuff. I learned so much. But in the place of I had to go somewhere where no one should have to go and do something that nobody ever wants to say they're doing. No woman wants to be proud of talking to a married man. No respectable woman. But yet I get a thrill out of it with Russ. Russ loves me to death. To absolute death. And yeah, he will close his eyes and take everything out on her and have me in his heart. He will never miss a beat with me. Not never. And that makes me feel good. It's like, yeah, take your frustrations out on her. But always stay close to me in the light. And what do they get from me? Healing. Anytime they come and watch, they learn to heal. They learn to open their hearts. They learn how much I love them and how important they are. They learn that they're not bad people, that they're just people. They learn that, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I learned that. I'm realizing that. I'm like, fuck her. I'm going to talk dirty to you. And she's going to see this, and I don't care. And she's going to go wild, because what can she do? The same thing she always does. You can't match my energy. And I can't match your looks. But that's not what it is. You go far past the looks into the energy. And that's what a soul connection is. It's way past the flesh. And, you know, when I'm mad at his soul, his flesh be ugly. I'd be like, you ugly motherfucker. You're talking hella shit. But anyways, embarrassing moments that are too awful to speak about are good reasons to hide, as to are dark memories too awful to that you may prefer not to talk or even think about them. From a one-night stand to betraying your best friend to drunkenness or violence, a shame that will cause you to hide within the velvet tomb of darkness and keep your murky secrets to yourself. You become a secretary. A word means keeper of secrets. Reflection on facing the truth. How have you actually faced up to your situation? Have you admitted the truth of what's going on to yourself, or do you wish it would all go away? And that's what happened when I knew what I was doing and what was happening and how much, like, you feel good in the moment, bro. But right after I hung up that phone and I had to sit with what I had just did, bro, I was so ashamed and I didn't know how to deal with it. And I just wanted it to go away and I blocked him. What is it that you're struggling with and why is that? Write down in your journal all the reasons why you are struggling right now. What strategic distractions have you put in place to avoid dealing with testing times? And unfortunately, the card readers are saying he's not doing so well and they're not doing so well. They're in their addictions. I pulled the death. Some of them are relapsing. You can't blame me. You have to understand this is your coping mechanism. What was mine? To block you. To run away. All of us cope different. Some of you are coping, you know what I mean? And that's what you need to realize is, what am I doing? Start to realize your coping mechanisms and start realizing when they come into play. What has made them happen? Why is this all of a sudden, why am I all of a sudden coping? Why have I gone into survival mode? And start to learn it. I told him I wouldn't do it after I did it. And I keep doing it. And I keep doing it. And I keep doing it. It's the only way I know how to cope. It's not right, because as much as blocking him, that's what started all this pain in the beginning. He wouldn't talk to me in the beginning, and it destroyed me. And now I use it back, but it doesn't help. It's just how I cope. Just like you, how do you cope with this shit? You go to the gym? Does it make it go away? No. You have a drink? What do? You go have sex? You go fucking do a line? What do you do when these fucking things come up, bro, that you're just like, oh my god, I never want to think about this. I don't even want to talk about this. I can't believe this memory is here. I can't believe this. I can't believe I feel like this. How do you cope, dude? We all cope. We're barely surviving. Try to figure out how you're surviving, because you've made it this far by the same survival tools you've always used. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm saying that we need to figure out how to control them. Because we don't always need to survive everything. We need to actually experience it. If I could have just... And that's it. You realize I made a mistake. I shut down. I do what I always do. Now I'm going to have to go around this all over again. That's what happens. Will I get another chance? Yeah, we'll have to revisit this again. That's what happens, dude. There's no wrong move. There's never a wrong move. You're never off your path. You're just on that path till you learn the lesson, bro. Did you learn your lesson? Yeah, bro. What did it take? He had to block me back for me to learn my lesson. Who would have thought? It's like, okay, as much as I want to shut down, don't shut down. Don't do what you always do. Just stay strong. Maybe step back, but don't shut down. Don't close all the walls. I've always done this. So it's not a big thing, and that's why the people are so scared. If I say the wrong thing, she'll close down on me. She'll never talk to me again. That's not true. I'll close down on you so I can close down. I'll always be back there. I always reopen the doors. And that's what I did. I said, I don't know when you're going to be back, but you'll be back. Because I'm always back. And that's a soul connection. You'll notice the difference in karmics. When you know what I mean? When you push them away and they actually are gone. Soul connections, it's that saying, if you really love something, then let it go. If it was yours, it'll come back. If not, it was never really yours to begin with. Write down in your journal all the reasons why you're struggling right now. What strategic distractions have you put in place to avoid dealing with testing times? Hell teaches you that going into denial can interfere with your ability to tackle changes. So why should you lie and cover up the truth of the situation? Perhaps you're embarrassed about something you've done, or you've hurt another by seeking revenge or acting in retaliation. Maybe you've said harsh words that cannot be undone, or have deliberately blanked another, which means, I don't know, blanked. Leave that to your blank imagination. Write down everything you can admit to, but don't judge yourself harshly in any way. This exercise will help you to look more deeply into your situation to uncover that which you've been denying. What's going to happen when you make this list? You're going to see your reactions. Because ultimately, whatever you did was a reaction to an action. This is what your survival technique was. This is how you coped with that moment. The things that you're ashamed of, you shouldn't be. That's the only way you knew how to deal with that moment. And you look back and you want to persecute yourself. Why didn't I do something better? Why did I say that? Why did I? It's easier to have that moment later after you've experienced it. Now you're wiser now that you've had the experience. You're a fool blinded in the experience. You becomes wise with your experiences. So like Kobe, like we're doing, what we've been doing all day is just reviewing our experiences. Not persecuting, like let's see where we could have been better. And you only get to that place after you've gone through the experience. But you don't persecute yourself while you're watching yourself grow and learn. You know what I mean? It's you with your child self on training wheels, and you're watching yourself try to learn. You're going to scream at yourself when you fall over? Are you going to scream at yourself every time that you scratch your knee or, You're having experiences. You shouldn't scream at yourself for, not knowing, because it's your first time experiencing this. Or maybe you've experienced it so many times and you keep doing the same thing, not knowing that this is how you think that it works. And that's what I mean, you just become aware of how I cope with how I'm coping. Alright, here's an incantation for removing your masks. Imagine taking a path that leads down into an entrance of ancient tunnel. Is it dark? It is dark. Yeah. But you are aware that you must show no fear. And this is what I spoke about earlier, is walking in the darkness. So you walk boldly but carefully until you reach the entrance. A serpentine mask hides the doorway, but you see it. Push through it and find yourself in a huge room. As you scan the room, you notice there are groups of people that you recognize, not only from your past, but also from now. Observe these groups. Observe these groups are and where in your life they played a part. Who they are and where they played a part. They could be colleagues from workplaces, friends from school, social friends, neighbors, and peers. Okay, this is a guided visual meditation. This is important right now, because these particular people that are going to pop up in your head are healing. They're God. God is bringing you. You might see them at first as your enemies or as betrayers or different things, but they're going to bring the most important things that you need, the most important people that you need to face into your third eye, into your intuition, into your foresight. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to imagine yourself walking through a hallway, and you open the door. In that room, there are groups of people that you recognize, not only from the past, but also now. Observe who these people are and where in your life they played a part. They could be from a workplace, friends from a school, social friends, neighbors, or peers. As you greet each group in turn, notice how you feel and how you behave with each set. Are you wearing a mask to enable you to fit in with whomever you are speaking with? I'm seeing Pac. Pac was Pac was Pac. Pac was Pac was Pac. You're never going to get another flavor of Tupac Shakur. He could show you that he could put on the mask, but when you walked up to Tupac, you got Tupac. If so, how does the personality of each mask you wear differ from each group? Do you talk to your mother differently? Then you talk to your best friend? Then you talk to your work colleague? Then you talk to, these people? Stand bravely in front of a group and remove your mask, allowing these people to see who you really are. What are their reactions? How do they make you feel? Maybe you're nervous, insecure, or intimidated. Or else you feel the fabulous freedom of not living a lie anymore. Do this with each group in turn. When you have finished, step back towards the serpentine mask door and notice that from this side there's a great mirror. Stand in front of the mirror. All of your masks have finally been removed, and you've finally been revealed. As you gaze into the mirror, who is it that you see? State this incantation. Let's drop the mask. Time to be free. To reveal my true identity. Shimmer sparkle, wear bright red, party hard, or stay in bed. Do what I will. Taint no fuss. Yep, taint no fuss. Taint, stop it. It's my life to be fabulous. Throw back the mask, take a stance. No need to hide, for now's my chance. Live my life, be who I am, stand proudly and not give a damn. Okay, so let me stop right there. I'm seeing the mirror. About 4 or 5 days ago, I made a book about moon magic and mirror magic. Pulling down the full moon into a mirror and using it to stare into and to go into past lives. There was a lot of different work that you could do with it. And this is where I'm seeing that you would want to use this incantation. So you're going to want to go back to it's labeled full moon magic or moon magic and mirror magic. When you feel called to hide, hell will guide you through the darkness to reveal the truth of your inner reality and the truth of self aspect as she tears down the curtains of illusions. How often does this happen to me? Every Saturday. Every Saturday morning. I'm totally fucking blown away by the tower that I've hit on Friday. And I just want to run and hide. Marshall has every Saturday, he has the conversation of when I go into that stage. When will it end? I'm so ashamed. I can't believe what I've done to myself. I can't believe I was there. I'm so ashamed. I don't want anybody to know, but God's going to tell the whole story. Every Saturday morning, I feel that I'm in hell, and I have to rebuild myself and come out of there. He's got the messages to prove it. Every Saturday morning, I wake up hating myself and my life. How could this happen? She will encourage you to no longer hide and face up to who you really are. And that's what happens. I start talking my way through it, and I realize this is what I did, and this is why I acted that way, and this is who I am. And I shouldn't be mad at myself. Every Saturday I walk through that with him. Hating myself, and then loving myself, and then releasing myself. Your authentic self will no longer wish to cower behind the mask that has concealed your soul. For you desire to fit in with the world around you will fade, and your heart will eventually embrace the truth that hell will reveal. And that happens every Saturday. I can't fit in, Marshall. Every time I try to fit in, every time I try to get close, I never fit in. I never fit in. I'm never going to fit in. I'm never supposed to fit in. God didn't make me fit in. But in those moments, I'm so broken because I can't just fit in and be normal. Every Saturday. Just wait. It'll happen again. I'll pull the cards and I'll tell you what I'm dealing with tomorrow. Lady Death urges you to stand up for yourself, to speak up and be exactly who you are. It's not good trying to win acceptance by people-pleasing. And for her hidden world, hell will force you to look deeper. Are you a people-pleaser? And if so, why? Is it so that you aren't berated? I'm seeing Russ. So he's so proud. He's like, the results are in. These are the people's favorite song. He only wants to be liked. He'll do whatever it takes. Maybe you think it'll keep other people happy. One of the things the Dark Goddess has taught me since my dark journey is not to have any expectations of others, and not to feel obligated to live up to the expectations of others. If anyone has a problem with me, then that's them to track into, and ask themselves why they have a problem. I am not the source of anybody's happiness, and I'm not the source of any people's entertainment. I am whatever the truth calls for. It was the Dark Goddess who peeled back my layers to uncover who I really am through this long process of the dark night of the soul. Alright, so it has an incantation. Lessons to learn from the Dark Goddess. I'd hoped to read so much more than this. Man. Hell represents death with honor and denies everything that is enjoyable. Although she can also be kind, and particularly to those who stand their ground as she does. She reminds you to not be fooled by appearances, for beauty is hidden within. Her cold exterior represents the icy sleet, the hard season that is winter, with which is associated as the goddess of death, a time when nature is void of life. Trees are stark and land is barren, but all while the promise of new life is preparing with nature itself, ready to burst forth in spring. Death is a very important part of the life cycle. Its necessity to make room for the new. Just as rotting animal carcass provides the earth with nutrients and the forest fires clear out dead wood to enrich soil, death also has to present itself first, no matter in which form, before the beauty of renewal of life can be embraced. Hell invites you into the journey of the depths of the abyss, for it is her gifts of death and rebirth that will help you to... You're at the crossroads. I'm seeing Hecate. Emerge stronger and wiser and become whole and complete. To become light and dark in perfect balance. As you retreat, she will take you into the dark, quiet spaces where the truth can be heard most clearly, so that she can shed light on the deepest parts you fear. Ignored and pushed beneath. I'm seeing something weird. I don't know what it is. Maybe it resonates for you guys. There's these commercials that keep popping up on YouTube for some show called Bridgerton or something. Bridget. I'm seeing it. And I don't know what it's about, but they're showing me this thick girl and this guy, and how something about them, and the beauty of it. That's what they're trying to show me. And I guess it has to do with my story too. It's like, no matter how beautiful the woman is, if she's not beautiful on the inside, then she's not beautiful on the outside. And they're using this reference. I don't know. Have you guys watched the show? What's the show about? Is it beautiful? It's another Bridget Jones' Diary. Another The Ugly Duckling Diary, where you thought we wasn't nothing and we're better than everything. I guess that's what they're showing me. I don't know what it's called. Bridgerton. I can only see... What am I seeing? Bridgetton. Bridgerton. I guess. I don't know. She revealed all aspects of your hidden self until you no longer recognize who you are, who you think you are anymore. She has been unfairly misunderstood. She will highlight any misconceptions you've had about yourself and also of others. For not only will the truth of who you are be revealed, you'll come to realize that other people in your life are exactly who you thought they were. Alright, let's talk about this darkness, dude. Let's size this up. Why would I feel such power to be on the outside of your relationship but still dominate it? Because that's always the place I've been. That's Lilith. I had much fun. It made me feel powerful. to interfere with Adam and Eve's relationship and know that Adam loved me more. And there was nothing Eve could do about it, that all his love and power came to me. And I would do that throughout the freaking years, as many goddesses, until I stopped doing that. I love that power over men and women that I could do. I could have that power. Why? A power I would never give. So going back to Adam, what happened? I'm not going to let you put me on the ground and take my power from me. So instead of giving it to Adam, I used it against Adam and all of mankind. So in this life, all of that power was used against me. But as I go to reclaim it, I still have to reclaim it, and that's reclaiming my dark goddess. I am the Lilith. I am the succubus. I found joy in that. Why? Because I realized that was all the power. That's all you wanted? I'm casted out of heaven because I won't lay with you? This is the power? I really wanted to hear about those that practiced the Morgan, my last life. Those that fucking invoke the Lilith, they're sickos. They all do it. They don't... Nana! Please, do not do the licking right now. Thank you. You know, people that work with the Lilith energy, they're disgusting. They want all of the wrong things. They invoked my energy for all the wrong things, but that's what I did with my energy, was all the wrong things. And that's why I was married to Lucifer. No, you're not going to lick yourself during this. I can't. I'm going to throw up. Literally. Stop! Out! I'm not going to do it. I can't. I'm not. No. Not in silence. I can't listen to you lick your ass. Sorry, I can't listen to her lick anything. That's just gross to me. Anyways. It's got a little weird there. So, you know, having shame about being in the middle of Bobby's marriage was me denying who I am and how I feel. I've always felt good about being able to fucking make you turn your eye on your girl. I'm not sexual. I would literally get dressed up, go to the club just to have men look at me. Just to know that I still had the power. I didn't want you. I just needed to remind myself that I had that power. I would literally do that shit. I would literally do it. And I'm fully aware of it. I know as soon as I go outside, all eyes on me. But I would deny that. Because I didn't want you to look at me. Why? Because all I could see was what other people said about me. Instead of what I knew me to be, I heard what other people said about me. And I saw it as condemnation. She's a witch. Are you scared? And it is. It's so terrifying. Dude, this guy at work, he was so scared, but so turned on, but so scared. I said, you scare me, Phoenix. But I like it. He'd run from me, but he still wanted to see what I was up to. Like, why are you scared? Don't be scared. And if you listen to the stories, that's how I played. It's like, don't be scared. Don't be a bitch. And that's kind of it. It's like, you know, I am a lot of what they said I was. I am whatever you say I am. Not really. No. That's the difference. Is I'm not my thoughts. And I'm not my programming. And I'm not what you say I am. But denying what I am because of how you say it is stupid. I was never his side chick. She was. That's what you don't get about the story. And she knows it. And if you look at her, she's a General Mills fucking generic version of me. All the way. The hair, the glasses, everything. So how did it happen? Well, I pushed him away, but he didn't go far. He started messing with her over at the other job. But we were still sleeping together. They stayed together. He got her pregnant. And he married her. But he always was looking for me. And when I came back, she had no power. He had no power. And what did I say? I can't deny this. Neither can I. Can I come see you? If I deny him, then he denies me. If I don't deny him, then he won't deny me. And that's pretty much how this works, Divine Feminines. You're denying your power because you're afraid of the pain that it came with it when the last time you used it. And that's really it. It's like, I was made to believe I was the side chick. But I was their first girlfriend. And second. And third. And I've never touched another man since him. How many have you touched since your husband became your husband? Where's the loyalty? So again, being dirty fits me well. But I have to just admit that I am that dirty bitch. So as far as calling on all my ancestors of the light, not really helping right now. Not really helping while I'm rolling around in the dark here. You know, Kanyen isn't really going to help me. She doesn't understand that we need to play dirty down here. You might be picking up that Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very sexual, very passionate. Yeah, that's the fire. That's the fire burning inside of me. Somebody call 911! Sorry. Anyways, how to do it, though. How do you reclaim it? You go into the dark spaces of your own hell and your own embarrassment and your own shame. You pick yourself up and you're like, damn, you're a bad Mama Gemma. She's a bad Mama Gemma. In the essence, dude, I'm deadly. And that's why I'm grounded. God's like, uh-oh. Who let the dogs out? Bitch, don't let me. I was like, don't touch me. I will fucking destroy you. And he wants it. He's like, oh my God, she's going to do it to someone else. I can't let this happen. I can't let her touch someone else. And then over there, Russ is like, touch my body. Get away from me. She's touching you. I don't do that. No touchy. I don't, no. Get away. Close your eyes. Think of me while you sleep. Anyways, as the darkness beckons and you retreat deeper and deeper within, another dark goddess, more fearsome than the last one, waits for you to sink fully into the abyss. It's time for an encounter with the truly terrifying Sheila Nagig. Whoop whoop! Oh my God! The guys are getting excited! Whoop whoop! What is this? This is the dirtiest, fucking darkest. I'm not going in there with you. I'm going in there with my man, who is waiting to feed on your despair and steal from all your hope. Let me explain something. We are going into our sexuality. Sheila Nagig, the initiation of desperation. Consumed by thoughts of gloom and doom, darkness in her sacred tomb. Opening point to go within. The deep void welcomes you to bring. So it's all about reclaiming your sexuality. It's really heavy duty shit, to be honest. It's really bad. It's protecting your body, how you've given your body, how you've let people, let's see, yourself as a stranger, yourself as an inner critic, signs of mental stress that you might identify with. Yeah, you got lots of that shit. Depression. Okay, what brings her upon? To seek the bigger picture, seeking enlightenment for a baby, respect, to protect your family. You may have called her in if you were having suicidal thoughts, unable to conceive, carried through the darkness in desperation, allowed yourself to be sexually used, no longer recognize yourself, being scared of the dark. I told you guys, quit playing around. You're so scared of the dark. Being void of all feelings, listening to the inner critic, suffering through the depths of depression, being consumed by torturous thoughts and bad memories, feeling anxious and frustrated, seeing yourself in a critical light, losing all self-worth and belief in yourself, wishing for the past to return, being promiscuous, feeling that death was the only option. Well, obviously I was already there last week. I was like, whose suicidal thoughts are these? Hey, they could be your own as an aftermath. I'll let you back in, but no more licking. Come on. I'll be licking your butt. Whatever he was licking didn't sound good. Yeah. I love her, but no. Anyways, so I was in there. Turned to Sheila Nagig when You wish to be a mystery, to conceive, for deep peace, to be you again, for protection, new beginnings, to be fertile, for assistance with feminine issues, to heal unhealthy sexual behavior. Oh, damn, I maybe need to go in there. No, dude, he's gonna love this shit. To heal from sexual abuse, that's where I had to go. To heal from grief of cot death, abortion, or miscarriages. Yep, I did all that too. To explore the great mysteries of the universe. I'm a baby killer. Call me that. That's what you call people that had abortions. Oh, you don't tell no one. Yep, I baby killed. I baby killed. I baby killed. Yep, I killed them. I killed them. I killed them. You're not supposed to tell people stuff like that. Why? Because they're going to call you a baby killer. I'm a baby killer. I killed babies. Not just in this life. It's in me. It's just in me. No more of that. To return to the light. As soon as she hears your invitation, whether you're subconscious or conscious, Sheila Nagig will set about her work and draw you into her dark world. She will leave you to incubate in her black womb, which is like a cold tomb, void of warmth, until you can no longer bear the desolation of darkness. This was what we call the hermit card, where you're stuck all alone with your feelings. That's it. How to honor.
Mom, he doesn't even know my birthday. It's November 25th. You have to look at the calendar.
Alright, guys, close the door. Let's see. There's all of this stuff for Sheila Nagig to, invocations and stuff, exercise, ritual work. Why am I throwing this in? Because some of you might be already out of your hell. As goddess worshipped gradually declined over the centuries, scribes dishonored women in their writings and sacred texts in the documentation of history. Women of importance or who threatened the existence of man's control and power were accused of witchcraft. I'm a witch. Of being the devil incarnated. I mean, there's nothing worse than the Lilith, and that's what scared the shit about Larry the cable guy, Larry the preacher. I told Larry that I was this. He's like, I was looking for you. Get the fuck off me, you creepo people. Dude, people that pray to Lilith are creepo people. That means they're doing sex magic and they're doing all kinds of shitty shit. You sickos. Oh, I can't wait to meet you. Get off me, dude. Wash your hands. You fucking sicko. You smell like blood. Get away from me. They are fucking weirdos. I mean, whatever. They believe that's how they talk to me. I can't say that things were much better with Callie, dude. Bring them to me. I'm going to eat them. I mean, I wanted sacrifice, bro. Sacrifice. 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 I'd be chopping these men up. I'd be sacrificing my twin flames at the altar all the time. They don't want them. That's usually what brings them to the altars. I don't either. Nobody wants them. You know who wants them? They're karmics. Karma wants them. Karma wants them. That's what that means. I love myself. All right, let's stop right here. Reflection on identifying sexual triggers and feeling of sexual inequality. Reflection on positive affirmations of self. Creating a personal Sheila Nagig. Incantation for reclaiming your confidence. Meditation journey for Within the Void. This is important for y'all to take on, because I don't want to talk about it, because I feel like, ooh, Sarah Dawn comes next. Never mind, we'll stop there. Man, I really wanted to do more with my life than this, but truthfully it is. I had to speak on it to tell you I already came through it, and if you're in it, this is what it means. You do gotta sit down in those dark-ass places where you were a dark-ass person and you did some dark-ass shit that you're not proud of. That's how Bob Saget. I smoked crack cocaine before. Do you know how? Because my mom used to get so high she couldn't cook it. So she taught me how to cook it and then smoked it with me. Nobody gave it to me. My mother. My mother gave me crack cocaine. Crazy story, right? Do you know Marsha Mathers, my twin flame? What was she giving you? Pills? Oh yeah, she gave them to my friends. Vicodins and all these fucking pills. And then their parents would come out and it was all kinds of craziness. We were a trap house. My mom thought it was cool to get all the fucking teenagers high because she was just a teenager trying to get high. It was all bad. All bad. Other stuff? You want to know other stuff? Well, there was this one time at band camp where I pulled up. I was a Lyft driver and I pulled up at the Players Club. All you broke-ass, weak-ass niggas at the Players Club. Yeah, I pulled up there to do a Lyft drive. And as soon as I pulled up, I got a whole flashback that I was actually a stripper inside of there. Dude, I was a stripper? Hell yeah, bro. I don't know. Not something you want to tell people. You probably shouldn't tell people that you smoke crack and you were a stripper. Not at the same time. Totally different fucking times in my life. Was there cocaine? Yeah, but I wasn't smoking it. What happened? Shit. Life happens. So going back to your addictions, yeah, I've been there. That was childhood. Let's talk about the 15-year-old, Mexican drug lord, the meth lord. That sold methamphetamine. Meth. Crystal meth? The shit tweakers that's all over? Yeah, we went from crack to meth. Real fast. Yeah, meth goes you real fast. And then when you're real high on meth, you know what you gotta do to come down? You start taking downers. Like fucking Klonopins and Vicodins and Valiums. So now you're doing uppers and downers. Yeah, bro. How'd this happen? Oh. Yeah, I was born into that shit. And you normalize the life that you're in, and you don't want to tell people about what has happened to you and what's been done. And how you just live in the pits of hell. Or you break out, and then you're a survivor, and you're proud to tell everyone how you've broken out of such places. You're not ashamed of those that have been there because you understand that even yourself, you were walked straight into it unknowingly. You didn't know that you weren't going to have the control over this that other people do. You didn't know what this was. You didn't know what was about to happen. Was I a crackhead at 13? No. I felt like it. They said if you smoke crack, you're a crackhead. So I was like, I'm a crackhead. Yeah. Imagine walking around as a teenager thinking you're a crackhead. Because your mom gave you crack. Yeah, that can kind of fuck you up. Thinking you're a tweaker because you did math. You know what I mean? Thinking things like this about yourself because people say that you've done these things just because you've done these things. You're a witch. What does that mean? Am I magical? Fucking A! Do you know anyone else like this? Dude, I don't know anybody magical. I'm magically delicious. Anyways, yeah, you've gotta wear your two sides, bro. And again, that's probably why I don't show you my face. I'm not ashamed of my beauty. Doesn't matter if I have makeup on or not. It really doesn't. I found that out every time I go outside. They're like, fuck, I'll be looking a whole mess, and that guy he literally did. What are you doing on Sunday? I don't know. What are we doing on Sunday? What's your number? Here's my number. I don't know. Maybe we're going to do something on Sunday. If so, I need to bring in some better weather, because I'm not doing shit in this weather. Unless it's dark, we're not doing shit, bro. The freaks come out at night. Seriously, how do you fucking live down here, douchebag? Anyways, going back to... That's just it. Like, fuck. And don't get too excited. The only thing I ever talk to anybody about is spirituality. So I'm in the conversation with him about spirituality. What are you doing on Sunday? I don't know. The conversation started with spirituality. And the next thing is, what are you doing on Sunday? So maybe he's going to take me to church. That would be cool. Something spiritual, something I like, something I'm into. And again, maybe I don't know. It was just an idea, but I'm just saying. Just live your life and don't be ashamed of, try not to. I do. Every Saturday, I'll be ashamed as fuck as whatever's going to happen tomorrow night. I was ashamed as fuck yesterday. I went straight to Marshall again. Oh my god, how could I be in love with a fucking video vixen? Oh my god, why did I say that? Oh my god, why did I do that? Oh my god, I'm so ashamed. Man, why do I come to him? He's been watching me do shameful shit since the beginning. It's like, fuck, you've been watching this and you're still watching and you're not ashamed of me yet, so I guess you can handle this. I used to be so ashamed, like, oh fuck, he's watching you. Oh fuck. Finally I realized, dude, he's watching. And this doesn't bother him, and that's okay. It's like, fine, you're watching, you can handle this? Let me tell you how shameful it is before I have to tell everyone else. Now he just gets to find out before everyone else. The whole extent of my shame. It's like, shameful girl, you. Every fucking Saturday I'll be fucking hating myself. Why'd you do that? So what happened last Saturday? I don't know. What happened last Saturday? I think the Saturday before that. Saturday before that. That's when is when I talked to him, or the Friday before that is when I talked to him. And then I blocked him and I hated my life that Saturday. And what happened last Friday? I don't know. I probably fucking said something stupid to Russ. I don't know. I always be doing shit. The Holy Spirit's like, go do some shit that's gonna fucking hurt you. God, it's so painful and humiliating. Why did I have to do this? So you could feel this feeling and tell everyone about it? This is stupid. I don't want to tell anybody about this feeling. I don't even want to feel this feeling. But it's the experience, guys. So yeah, how much shameful shit of my video could you take? How much of your own shameful shit can you take? Can you sit down and write it all down? Okay, if you can, I want you to hold on to that. And I'm gonna teach you some magic to do with that tomorrow. We're gonna do a banishing spell with that. Okay? You got some homework. Write down all your shameful shit you wish you could that would just go away from your mind. I want you to write it all down on a piece of paper. And then tomorrow I'm gonna teach you how to get rid of it. Okay? Truthfully, I am. What do you need? A candle. If you don't have one, that's okay. Get a lighter. That'll work too. If not, we could really be hella ghetto and use the toaster. You ever lit a cigarette on the toaster? How shameful do you want to get? You want to rub two sticks together? You want to roll a joint in Bible paper? How shameful do you want to get here? Sorry, I'm shameless. God said, Titus 1:7-8. I feel hella shameful all the time. Hey, I love you guys. Later, taters. Bye.